Petroleum Products Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria, Petroan, has attributed the recent increase in petrol truck crashes to three primary factors, which are driver negligence, deteriorating road conditions, and faulty petrol trucks. The River State chairman of Petroan, Francis Dinkler, clarified that the recent fire incidents are caused by petrol spills igniting rather than by explosions or substandard petrol, as some social media users have suggested. Dinkler explained that when petrol spills occur, the heat from the roads combined with public attempts to collect the spilled petrol can ignite fires, and stressed that all stakeholders must play their part in preventing these dangerous incidents. The Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority NMDPRA has imposed a ban on 60,000-litre petrol tankers operating on roads across the country. In February, the agency announced that as of March 1, 2025, trucks with this capacity would no longer be permitted to load fuel at any depot nationwide. Additionally, by the fourth quarter of 2025, trucks with a capacity exceeding 45,000 liters will be prohibited from loading petroleum products. I've had few discussions with you about falling tanker explosion. The recent one was at the Otedola Bridge that, there was a sign of no truck to pass through, but the tanker driver the truck driver passed through that, avoidable lane that he wasn't supposed to be on, and it's caused a really bad scenario, disastrous scenario, if I may use that word. Some facilities were affected, in that incident, and in as much as at the time they said 2 lives were lost, which were the aggregates that was taken. There has been a death toll of this particular incident. Petroan coming to decry this rise in petrol truck crashes. Is that supposed to be a way forward in curbing this? Like you said, we joke too much in your word, and it's not about coming to make statements when necessary repercussionary levels have not been put in place. I know recently the National House of Assembly has passed a rule that most of these tanker drivers are not supposed to be on the road until 6 a.m., 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. or 12 midnight to 6 a.m. But we still see them on the road. Sometimes, most of them break down on the road, causing serious traffic, in that instance. I would love to get your thoughts from what Petroan has come to say on this, please.
Well, what Petroan has come to say to me is fanciful and cosmetic argument. We are in a situation wherein lunatics are taking over the asylum. I'm very sorry to sound that way. I'm an incredible optimist. I've told you before, I'm not living here. This is one of the best places to be in the world. You see this bad leadership, like Goodluck Jonathan said. He said he hopes that one day will come when all Nigerians will collectively say no to the bad behavior of the political class. He said that day they will sit up. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
So we Nigerians are responsible for what is going on. We permit what is going on. We have a country now where mediocrity has taken over merit. Incompetence has taken over competence. And it's a complete mess. I'll give you a classic example. A body called Corporate Affairs Commission. As a legal practitioner, I'm an accredited practitioner on that platform. And it's one of the sources where the federal government makes money. If you register a company, you have 3 possibilities. You can register an association, that's under Part C. You can incorporate a company under Part A. You can register a business name under Part B. Now, if you engage in any of these, upon approval of that registration, that's final, and you are told, let's say 9 a.m. this morning, you saw a pop-up that your certificate is ready. You have 7 clear days within which you can print out your certificate and the accompanying document free of charge Free of charge to the extent that the system will not charge you, CAC will not charge you. But 7 clear days thereafter, a fee will be imposed. If you want to print the certificate, let me use an incorporated company, limited liability company. We have what we call MEMAT, and then the other document that accompany it. To print out this document, they even segment them. You have to pay 5,000. That of a business name, you print out the certificate and the accompanying document. Now, on the 14th of January, I put in a business name to be registered on the 3rd of January. By 14th, the business name was approved. I made effort to print out the certificate and the accompanying document on that same 14th afternoon. Down to 15th morning, there was this computer insertion. Once that 7 days has expired, that insertion will now appear and route you that you have to pay the penalty before you can access. Immediately the certificate was said to be approved, that tampering entered on that decision. Look, we're in the computer age. I am not part of the segment that has phobia for science. I'm thoroughly familiar on the science terrain. This thing is human. They fix it. There's no error about it. And I made effort. In fact, there's a number there. They say customer service is one of the most terrible things. Is so vexatious. The thing is wasting your credit without any response. I made effort in the second day. I had to pay 10,000 naira to print out the certificate. I'm still on with the Registrar General. Do you know the volume of Nigerians who are desperate, they want to do one thing or another, who fell into this trap, and the billions they rake into federal government account? And because that is the direction of the leadership of this country now, like what they did in Lagos, making money, even if the people are dying, you don't care. You are Petroleum Minister. Nigeria has comparative economic advantage in production of crude oil, but you insist that Nigeria will never refine our crude oil locally for the benefit of all Nigerians. And Nigerians are dying from avoidable causes, and it doesn't touch you. We are joking here. We are really, really joking here. Is it okay if I have a bad handwriting? Is it to cut off my hand that will solve the problem? Or to teach me how to write? Now, they have indicted themselves by saying that it is recklessness of the driver. That tells you incompetence. And like the CAC I was talking about, the good hands, most of them have been laid off. It is incompetence that is playing out. You can see it. They query your work today. You have submitted the whole thing. After you have answered the query, by Wednesday, they bring in another query. You answer the query. By Friday evening, they bring in another query. Independent of the one you answered, which shows that they are not in touch. We have a situation. If not, why would the government be rehabilitating foreign terrorists who came to kill your citizens? Something is wrong somewhere. I insist, something is wrong somewhere. And this is what you see playing out. Husband and wife in the house, when they engage into some misbehavior, it will dovetail down to the children. This is what is playing out here. That's exactly what you see playing out here. So what are they talking about? Is it burning of a certain volume of? Check. What is the state of our road? See, have you been privileged to move to Element Junction? No. Just move from Element Junction to Trailer Park. It's a stretch that will not take you less than 5 minutes in real time. Do you know the number of people that have died there? Do you know why RCC is working on the road now? RCC is working on that road now because the consultant to River State government is a foreigner. Consultant to the cassava plantation, consultant to the resuscitation of the Songhai farm died in the Aleto Bridge.
What do you think?
In a very questionable circumstance.
What decision do you think Petroan have to take in this instance?
They know the truth. You see, they are all part of the game. Let me ask you a question. Is Nigeria supposed to be importing refined products in the light of current realities? You we are joking. Most of the people who are dying in these processes are in relation to these petroleum officials. That is the way. That's why they want people not to throw so in the market. Do you understand it? Because you don't know who will be the victim. Even kidnapping and the rest of them that the military are handling with keep growth. Some of their relations are victims. Okay, look at this issue we just discussed about the recklessness of the military in on civilians. Most of those people who are there, because we have a situation wherein, just like what was happening in Rivers State, a particular ethnic group is being exalted above every other Nigerians, pushing mediocre excellence and competence into the dustbin, and they are exalting a particular ethnic group. Those who are the head, the name you had there, is it not them? They will also suffer it.
Thank you so much.
It's so unfortunate, and I say this to us, that until we are ready to speak to authority and say the way it is, look, this country is so blessed to the jealousy of other countries. We have the resources, everything is here, but we have human disaster in terms of leadership. Like Obasanjo will say, there are a lot of people who are leading us, who impose themselves, or I call them majority criminal-minded, self-imposed political opportunists, who ought to be in prison, that they should fire our children, and they should be told that these are the people that ruin your future.
Thank you so
much. But they are the people heading the affairs here. It's unfortunate.
Thank you on your thoughts.